Bulky Picks? Bulky Picks? Welcome back to the channel, Brave Adventurers. I am Amalgamash, and in a first for this channel, yet so totally on brand, I am playing Joe Dever's Lone Wolf HD Remastered. I wanted my first Lone Wolf experience for the channel to be a playthrough of the book. I have about 14 of the US editions of the Lone Wolf Adventures. These are solo playable game books. You don't need anything except, I think, a dice, a 6-sided dice, and a pencil and paper to play and record your adventures and everything that you get. If you survive the adventure in each book, you get to progress to the next book with your skills and weapon mastery and things, and you get to level up in between the books, or at least advance your skills and continue adding on new abilities to your character. And I thought that was fascinating, but I haven't been able to play it for the channel yet. Well, I do have the video game interpretation. I don't know how far this goes. I know that it was kind of lowly rated by reviewers who I don't think the vast majority of which played the Lone Wolf game books. I think they were more expecting this to be an experience like some other RPG out there, some other video game. But press any key to get closer. That's really cool. I really did want to play this, though, and experience it, because I feel like I know from playing the game books kind of what to expect, and I'm hoping to see that well represented in video game form. So enough chatter. Let's get started. One, two, 3, 4. So do we have the first 4 books? That would be pretty amazing. What kind of extras do we have? Joe Dever, Codex, Gallery, Credits. Our codex contains notable people, monsters and creatures, geography, history, and culture. And they are going to be unlockables. Is this a biography? Yes, it is. Look at this chap, this fellow, this unit. Joe Dever is an award-winning author and game designer who began his career as a musician and recording engineer. That's fascinating. In 1976, he created Magnamund as a setting for his early role-playing games, and in 1982, he became an RPG world champion. In 1984, the year in which I was born, his original series of Lone Wolf adventure game books were first published and became an international success. That's amazing. All right. So then, let's take a quick look at the options that we have. We have game, video, audio, settings, and key bindings. I'll leave them as is, and let's begin our story. 3 slots. Handy. Easy, normal, and hard. Why would there be difficulty settings for the fixed path of the book? Enemies are balanced and they cannot attack you when a radial menu is opened. You will get special items. Enemies are weaker and they cannot attack you when a radial menu is opened. You will not get special items. Enemies are tougher and they can attack you when a radial menu is opened. You'll get special items and more gold. Let's just do normal. As is difficulty. You are a lone wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and counter all challenges with. Make your choice. Multiple choice. The multiple choice menu lets you choose your path and write your own story. Pay attention on what you decide. Your actions shape the world around you. Click each icon to display its description. Click the flashing icon to confirm your choice. Alright. I think I'm ready. You rely on your dexterity and intuition to overcome any obstacle. This is my archetype in most games I play. You always prefer a straightforward and decisive approach, although it is often reckless. You carefully assess the details of any situation before attempting to overcome an obstacle. I guess... let's go with the smart one this time. You assess and counter all challenges with intelligence. Many are the battles you have fought in defense of Summerland, wielding your... let's go magical. What is this? Maces. Oh, maybe not magical then. Maces are heavy, crushing weapons. Axes are balanced weapons regarding damage and speed. Swords generally do not inflict high damage, but they are easy and quick to use. We'll go with the mace. The mace does seem a bit more magical. It magically crushes skulls. You are more than a gifted warrior. You possess Kai, special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of. Only 2? No, this is definitely different than the book so far. Survival combines the skills of Master Tracker, Hunter, and Explorer. Healing restores your health and improves your meditation skills. Well, I'm not... I don't know which one's the conservative choice necessarily. I kind of like survival. Oh, there's more. Good, good, good. Mind over matter lets you manipulate objects in your immediate environment. Mind Blast and Mind Shield transform your mind into a powerful psychic weapon and psionic shield. That's what I'm talking about. We'll go with that for our magic use. 2 more. You are able to perform extraordinary martial feats due to your mastery of weapon skill, or animal kinship enables you to communicate with and influence most animals. That one. We're going for a magic build. Your sixth sense enhances your natural intuition, helping you to identify and counter unseen dangers. Camouflage enables you to blend into your surroundings, enhancing your stealth and secrecy. Let's do sixth sense. I'm picking a few that make sense for the build, and I'm picking a few that I really would rather pick the alternative because I want to do a different playstyle, but I'm going to explore this playstyle. For Summerland and the Kai. Alright. This is the chief stat that I have, evidently. It's how I approach things. The weapon that I'm using, and my 4 disciplines. Is this your story? Is this your past? I hope so. By the way, we will still...
For many centuries, the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgedad. Many battles were fought and won by the Kai, but finally came their demise. 3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords. The Kai were destroyed. You were the only one who survived the final battle. All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgedad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader, and saved your kingdom from destruction. Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
3 things when this is over. 1, definitely not the very beginning of Lone Wolf. That is not the first chapter of the first book. That is not the summary you get when you start your Lone Wolf experience proper with the books. 2, this will not replace my Lone Wolf solo game book sessions that I want to have on the channel. So that's me really enforcing the point there. But this is going to be its own thing. And 3, that voice and that style of animation and art, that has to be the studio that Avalon Hill commissioned to make the videos for their expansions and their Hero Quest advertisements. It has to be. The voice sounds the exact same. The animation and art is almost the exact same. It's different creatures, different contexts, but I am sure that that's who that is. That's amazing. All right, I'm immersed. I'm ready. Turn the pages. You can turn the pages dragging them to the leftmost part of the screen or through a double click on the right side of the page. You can also go back to any previous page of the current chapter. Click on the bookmark to open the tome interface and access its sections. They will let you access everything that you need to manage your character and your story. Chapter 1, Blood on the Snow. There we go. You are a lone wolf, the last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your elite warrior order. You would prefer not to be where you find yourself now, in a narrow mountain pass, blanketed with crisp snow, flanked by shadowy timberlands, where icy winds whistle through the branches and chill you to the bone. You would prefer not to be here, but duty has called you to this remote part of your domain. You are the Frye Earl of this territory, and you are responsible for the safety and security of the hardy summer-lending folk, who live and prosper in this harsh mountainous borderland. You have received a disturbing report of enemy activity around the mining village of Rockstarn, and all communication with the village has ceased. Fearful that the settlement may have been attacked by Gyaks and other Darkland raiders, you have come here to assess for yourself the true situation. After a seemingly endless trek through snow and ice, you have almost reached your destination. Your horse becomes increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining settlement. I love the turn page mechanic. What's that? Book interface. The red bar represents your vitality, the blue one your Kai power, and the green one your endurance. Each of these icons lets you access different sections of the book. Remember to put your belt to good use. Place potions or other items in its slots and access them while fighting. Choose wisely, since you won't be able to open your inventory during a combat session. Additional belt slots can be unlocked by upgrading your Kai armor. Okay. I have a lot of health. This was definitely recontextualized for video game appropriateness. I can look at my character sheet, which lets me check Lone Wolf's status. It also contains useful information about the fighting abilities related to the weapons you have equipped. Strength improves melee damage and Lone Wolf's natural armor. Intelligence improves all Kai disciplines and Summer Swear damage, and Lone Wolf's turn duration, countdown only. Improves dodge and parry rating and the critical chance of all techniques, that's dexterity. Convertor, Mace. Damage 280 to 350, plus 1 intelligence, can be equipped in the offhand. I knew it was an intelligence-based weapon. Or maybe not intelligence-based, but gives you intelligence. It's the weapon of a cleric. I have Quick Attack, a swift and precise strike with your main weapon. This quick attack is very difficult to dodge or parry, even for a veteran warrior. I have Heavy Attack. The slow strike is more likely to be parried or dodged. And I have Combined Attack, a single blow that can trigger an additional sequence of 3 strikes, so long as each strike connects successfully. The execution of the whole sequence inflicts high damage. Alright. I've got... That's my weapons page. This is my attributes page. Sunburst. You unleash the power of the Summer Sword as a surging stream of divine fire which hits a single enemy. Looks like I can have 2 more spells as well. And this last one, these are my Kai disciplines. So, you've mastered the combined skills of a tracker, hunter, and explorer. For a brief period, your survival instincts grant you health regeneration each time you inflict damage with any weapon. Nice. Alright. We'll understand more of that a little later. Is this me? Wow. This is Lone Wolf. Equipped with mace. A pretty cool shield. Somebody in the comments tell me why there are these circles cut out of the sides of the shield. If that has a practical purpose, I wouldn't know. I'm not a shield expert, but I do find it fascinating. I find designs of that weaponry and shields and everything very fascinating. I just don't retain anything I learn about it. Oh, that's an awesome visual effect. Alright. And now we can hit the back button somehow. Open the book interface. Here we go. This button takes me to the map. The world map lets you decide which narrative section to unlock next. Pay attention when you choose. Some decisions can't be undone. It also lets you access the merchants you've unlocked. Meditation is the skill that Lone Wolf uses to rest and recover. You can meditate only before leaving your current location before triggering a new narrative section. And if you're ambushed while meditating, you'll start the combat session with your Kai powers on cooldown. So there's definitely a drawback to meditating. I've got another one, which I hope is... Oh, it's my guide. It's my journal. The journal contains additional information about your mission and the world around you, together with the quest items. So this is kind of what I needed to look at next. Your long journey has led to a shocking discovery. Rockstar is under attack. You rush towards the village, praying all the while that it is not too late to save them. What is this? Is this in my inventory? Sly knife, quest item. Small and specialized knife may not be a lethal weapon. If you are skilled enough, however, it can help you to open most locked doors and chests. Okay. And then I have the Summer Sword, which the interface makes this look like it's part of the menu, like, flavor design, but it's actually in my inventory. Okay, this is one of the later books. This is not one that I've made it to, that's for sure. That's my journal. I've also got a codex, which we know we don't have a lot of information there. Let's go back. This last one's settings, and there's nothing that I'm going to want to do here, so I guess I'll just go back again. So if the back button doesn't work. Alright, I've got Flora-Fungi Potion, because I'm a pretty fun dude. Volco Blackberry Potions, because I'm a pretty Volk dude. Sorry, and Lomspur Tincture. What's this? This is my inventory. That's going to bring me back to the screen with the sword. No, this is a different screen. What? So that previous screen was quest items, not my inventory. The inventory lets you change your equipment and arrange the combats you will access from your belt in combat. To equip items or move them in your bags, just drag an item and release it over a highlighted spot. The inventory lets you change your equipment and arrange the items you'll... Okay, yeah. Read that already, Ash. The converter, the Kai leather armor, the shelled... Must be a typo. A knives scabbard. And I've got throwing knives. This is like the bandolier from the... I've got a backpack with 8 slots, and these are my 8 slots, and 4 of them are taken up by items. Throwing knives, picklock, Lomspur oil. Alright, I'm ready to actually play, so let's play. That's not the correct page. Is it the map? I think the map's where I need to go. Bonk, bonk. What's this? The mountain pass. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Strange that that's the screen I had to go to figure out what to do next. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air, and its acrid aroma unsettles you both. This is not the reassuring smell of smoke that arises from hearth or furnace in the depths of winter. This is the smell of wanton destruction. Your heart sinks. You have journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit, but despite your valiant effort, you may have arrived too late. Make your choice. Use your Kai's survival abilities to understand what happened, decide to be careful and proceed on foot, or urge your horse to gallop. Let's use our survival abilities to see if we can understand what happened. You can detect the remnants of many footprints in the snowy ground. These prints are more than a day old and all have since been covered by fresh snowfall. Yet your Kai senses detect that they were made by enemy scouts, Gax most likely. If a Darklands war party is operating in this area, they may have placed traps along the trail ahead to ensnare the unwary. It is an old Gak tactic, and one that you have no intention of falling foul of. The forest clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse on foot and impossible on horseback. It comprises jagged rocks and loose shale, interspersed with treacherously deep and narrow fissures, and they are all covered by a blanket of ice and snow. It will be a very difficult route to take, but if you were to always keep the trail in sight, it would be a sure way to reach Rockstern. You dismount and pat your horse's head reassuringly. Then you retrieve your equipment and personal items from the saddlebag. The horse senses that you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs, softly, yet sadly. Fear not, dear friend. You have fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery where you will be safe. Go as fast as you are able. We shall be reunited there before too long. Your horse lowers his head, and affectionately he nuzzles your shoulder. His unquestioning love and loyalty warms your heart. With a last pat of his forehead, you send him on his way, back along the track on the mountain road that leads to the Kai Monastery. You watch him go until he is lost among the trees. Then you steel your nerves and resolve to reach Roxton as quickly as you can, on foot. Fortunately, you happen upon the remains of an old border ranger track, and you are able to follow it all the way towards Roxton with relative ease. You tackle the difficult ascent with dexterity until you find that the way ahead is blocked by a vast wall of snow. This obstruction is the result of an avalanche that swept down the mountainside a few days earlier, carrying with it many trees and loose boulders. The village of Roxton lies beyond this great wall of sorrow, snow and shattered timber. I don't know where I got sorrow. Text is not easy to read for me. Make your choice. It's going to be dangerous, but you decide to climb over the avalanche. You feel there must be a way to clear the snow itself from the path, or through animal kinship, you commune with the wild looking for help. That's what we do. That is what we will do. A sudden noise makes you turn your head instantly. You see several pairs of eyes, yellow like burning torches, staring at you through the snowy underbrush. They are the eyes of mountain wolves. You crouch down in the snow and keep perfectly still, your senses tingling. Slowly, the pack leader leaves his cover and moves towards you. He is an old male with a distinctive patch of white fur. In the center of his forehead, we'll remember that. His thick gray body fur is highlighted with gold-colored hairs that ripple and gleam as he traverses the forest floor with ease. Good puppy. You look directly into his amber eyes, and suddenly you understand what has happened here during the past few days. Images retained in the Wolfpack leader's feral memory swim in and out of focus in your mind's eye. You see the villagers of Roxton fleeing in panic as a war party of Gyaks rampage through the streets of their mining settlement, killing, burning, and looting everything in their path. These images confirm your worst fears. You rise to your feet, and the Wolfpack leader halts in mid-step. You decide you must reach Roxton as soon as possible, and instinctively the pack leader senses your purpose here. He turns his head towards the north and lets out a melancholy howl. His pack emerges from hiding. Quickly, they follow in his wake when he leaps forward and lopes away through the snowy foliage. You sense that he knows a way around the avalanche. Without hesitation, you rush forward to join with the wolf pack. You run, and the wolf pack runs with you in perfect harmony. We've made it to the next section. Random encounters. While moving on the map or during meditation, there is a chance that you will trigger a random encounter. You don't sense immediate dangers. This is a safe place to meditate. I guess I'll do it. If it lets me. Oh, wait. There we go. You meditate. You feel fully rested. Excellent. Onward. Roxton Village Gate. Do you want to write your story from here? Yes. Your quest was updated. All right. We will be continuing our story from Roxton Gate when next we play Lone Wolf, the HD remaster. I guess it's an HD remaster because the original Lone Wolf came out some time ago, the original video game interpretation, this. So the HD remaster makes sense if it was updated from that game, and the game wasn't originally called HD Anyway, so this is pretty interesting. I don't know if this really is a point in the actual Lone Wolf books that does happen, and this is picking up kind of from that point, or if this is a reimagining just to get as many people as possible introduced to the world of Lone Wolf. I didn't make it that far, and I'm not one for spoilers, so it's going to be quite a while before I do make it that far. I did say at the beginning of the year that I wanted to play the Lone Wolf books solo on the channel, and yeah, the beginning of the year was over 9 months ago, so you see how that went. But it is still something that I really want to do, and hopefully I can do that very soon. But I think sooner than that, we'll continue to play this game and get a frame of reference by exploring this video game aspect. I probably would have played this a long time ago myself if I had understood from the marketing of this game that it wasn't just a cash grab, oh look, Lone Wolf, and it's in a video game. Because that's what the trailers made it look like to me back then. This is much more of a, let's see if we can recreate the book experience using the video game template. Once we get to the battles, you'll see what I mean. But the battles were the things that were the most prevalent in the trailers. And they looked like very poor JRPG battle system type battles. So it was like, this is all they could manage to do. Looking back, I bet I would still think that it was a pretty poor trailer and not well representative of what's going on here. But this does, in fact, interest me enough to continue playing this. I want to see kind of what routes you can go, what happens when you lose or reach a dead-end route, one that has a game over prematurely. I would like to know also what your thoughts on Lone Wolf in general are. How do you find this sort of experience versus Lone Wolf the books? Do you have experience with Lone Wolf? Have you played the books before, or is this your first time really learning anything about it? If this is your first exposure into the world of Lone Wolf, I would caution you not to take this as authoritative. The Lone Wolf solo gameplay book experience to me is much different. It's very different from this. Same thing kind of in spirit, but there's definitely something different about rummaging through a book that was printed in the 80s, 90s, and depending on what book you're at, there's a lot of them, and building a character from book to book in what would otherwise be a choose-your-own-adventure that is made better through the use of dice and pencil and paper. So, for now, I do have to go. I'd love to hear any and all comments about your Lone Wolf experience in the comments section below. I will respond to those. As for me, this is very different than what I thought it was. Very, very different from the very out-of-order books that I found in thrift stores when I was a kid, before the internet, before I could really get on and find marketing sort of platforms to try to hunt down the rest. That was not an option. It was not accessible to me. So, the book 6 or book 7 that I had, it was always killing me. But anyways, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, bye for now.